Welcome back, everyone. This is Zen Kitty Studio with Dark Lily, and this is part 3 of my collage journal. This is a journal I started in 2022, and I just finished it March 15th, 2025. So I'm just doing the final page through. This is where we left off last time. Onward we go. We have got, more Vogue ladies. Pretty. Just lots of red. Pictures. Random pictures and text. A little bit of paint. I love her. She just looks so gorgeous. She looks like she belongs in a painting. Here's another one that I really struggled with. I had to do multiple layers, where you start out with something and you decide that you don't like what you have. So you paste something over it and paste something over that. Finally, I got to the point where I liked it. The two girls in the pink dresses came from my book. Well, it's not my book, but it's a book I have bought on advertising from the 1960s. All kinds of ads. I think it's by Jim Heineman, if you're looking for it on Amazon. I bought a couple of copies, and they're glossies. It's like a hardcover book in glossies, and I think I got it for less than $10, but I grew up in the 60s, so I'm kind of attracted to that. This one took on kind of a futuristic feel. Science, space exploration, technology, all that kind of stuff. And I guess it turned out pretty good for now. I like how it turned out, but I really struggled. And this one, I went over it several times with more images to get where I was. And here's a couple more. I found this cool lady that's like the 1940s lady working in the factory. Rosie the Riveter. I like that. And so I just added a few things to it in the background. And the other page is just a lady I had in storage in one of my cutouts, and thought, well, I need to use her somewhere, so there she goes. Not real inspired. And here we are with a couple of them that, just didn't turn out the way I wanted. And that happens a lot in collage. You just, okay, it's done. Didn't know where I was going with it. This one, I just had her glued with the background, but I didn't know what I was saying with it, so I just kind of made up some stuff. Medical breakthrough. We've built the perfect human. Designed better? Tantalizing evolution. A chance to live forever. It's like a chemistry experiment. So take that how you will. I'm not for it. She's pink. I thought, well, okay. She was going to be an alien, but then this came out. And this lady, well, she's sitting on a flower with butterflies and stuff around her. Wild beauty. What the heck? This is another one that kind of got out of control with me, and I just, after a while, you're just, okay, put some stuff on it and call it good. Don't necessarily like it, but there it is. That happens. Happens to the best of us. This one I love. The mushroom. Traveling to a different world with giant mushrooms. Find new roads. And got the fairies. And here, this little van. This came out of a different book that I have. Surreal. It's called Surreal Cut and Collage. And I just like the idea of them traveling through this really unique landscape, right? Always take the scenic route. Eager for new expeditions. So, yeah, I like how that turned out. I could have done something more with the background, but I was experimenting and I wanted to just leave it blank and see how that turned out. And I think I like it better if it's painted or has something behind it like texture. I think that looks better. But, you know, we experiment. And here's a nostalgia one, home life, like 1950s, you know. All the chores, Jello and dinner and cleaning and all that wonderfulness of being a housewife in the 50s. Just, bleh. And as a contrast, I have this. Let's have tea. And then I crossed off tea and put wine in the garden. That's kind of a more modern take on life as a housewife, right? Or as a woman, a modern woman. Let's have wine in the garden and laugh and smile and not be a servant to anybody. This one worked out pretty good. Took me a while to get here. Now, the girl meditating came from a 1990s magazine again. Amazing. And that the little frog or toads, I guess they're frogs, tree frogs in the corner. I painted that. That's watercolor. And I painted it when I was in college, and it was like early 2000s. And I painted it on really crappy watercolor paper. It wasn't even, you know, cotton. And so I ended up cutting it out because the paper was all warped and everything. I saved the two little toads, and I put some protective covering over so they wouldn't run. But I finally found a spot. I finally found a place for them. And that's in this tranquility, you know, meditation, finding Zen at work, find yourself in the garden. And these flowers on the other side here, these are again from that botanical book. They're kind of like watercolor flowers, and it was on this really nice paper, almost like a watercolor paper. A friend gave me the book. She thought, oh, you like to paint flowers? Here, have this book. It's old. Well, it was a big, thick book, and you know what? I don't have room for it in my RV, so I cut out some of the flower pages and got rid of the book. Don't tell her. But anyway, so I'm using those in my collage art, and it works. And here we are. Just kind of a weird, I don't know, 1940s guy, I guess. Maybe earlier, yeah, because that car is probably from the 20s. That's a guy thing. Oops, and I was gonna put that on there, but I didn't. Okay. And then this is another lady from, you know, Vogue. Darling, you're a work of art. And the L'Oreal lipstick behind her. And I just like her dress. It was kind of cool. Almost like a wedding dress, but not quite. She's pretty. It's like she's reaching for the guy. I don't know. Wanting to get the guy. There. Okay, and now we're going to turn the page. A little more surrealism. I like surreal art. A start, I always have. I'm not necessarily good at it myself, but I paint from reality, but... And that, I just love that lady. She's eating an apple. And she's all decked out, you know, like Eve, whatever, like a goddess, maybe like Lilith. In the garden, she's her own woman. She's not beholden to a guy. How does that sound? I just liked the way she looked and wanted to save it. This one turned out pretty good. There's another book that I have that I would like to recommend, and it is a collage soup book. Hold on 1 minute and I'll get it for you. Okay, here's the book. Chronological Disorder from Collage Soup. This is a book I highly recommend. Some of these images here are from the Collage Soup book. And it's sort of like the keeper of the time machine. You know, she's going to reboot it and change momentum. Or it could be like a Doctor Who thing. But But anyway, this is the book that I recommend. There's Miss Bella. Hi, Bella. Bella, say hi to the camera.
Hi, everybody. I'm taking a nap.
She's my little Yorkie. This book is awesome. Another one I have 2 copies of. If you like time travel and surreal images. But anyway, this is one of the books I use for my collage art. I just discovered them in the last 6 months. So cool. Find them on Amazon. They're called Collage Soup. And they have different themes. This one is chronological disorder. So there's a lot about time in here and like time travel and different things. So I'm just doing a plug for that. We will do a plug for that. If you're into collage art, those are good books to invest in. And this one, she was another Vogue model that I could not part with her. I had to do something. I glued her down and she sat there for a long time with nothing on her. And I just finally, about a week ago, took the initiative to just start adding text and make something of her. So she could be like a Japanese movie star. Take a bow. Scene stealer. Sometimes I get these images and I kind of hoard them. I don't know what to do with them, and I stick them in my book, and then I have to try to make something out of it. This one is my writer's collage, and the 2 pages kind of go together. The creative process, and I'm a writer. I make up stories, and I sell them. And it's like, yeah, okay, the imagination, how the imagination works. You're making up stories, you're making up characters, you're creating characters. And creating plots. Here you go. That's the writer's life, eh? Inspiration, mystery, imagination. So, yeah. And the typewriter. Of course, I don't use a typewriter anymore. I use a computer. And here's one another Collage Soup book that I have that I highly recommend, and it is Bohemian. And here it's Bohemian Mysteries, and it has some very unique images, but they're all sepia tone. It's all monochromatic, pretty much. If you look through it, pretty much just, yeah, monochromatic. Some really cool images in here. Really cool. You know, they're more mystical. Yep, Bohemian. But that's where I got some of these images. Hi, Bell Bell. Little Bell Bell. Little Bell Bell. Hello. And then this one. This one is just bad to the bone, mystery, ghost. Sorry, I'm kind of leaning here. I'm falling over here. And here's another model from Vogue magazine. And some shiny backgrounds. Made for more. There. And these are just random. Glue stuff down and figure out what to do with it. This one I love. Just living is not enough, said the butterfly. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. And then I added the fairies to it. And here's kind of a space age one, another sci-fi surrealism. People on the beach, and yeah, all these things are attacking them. Flying jellyfish and an octopus, and the dog is running. Something's coming through the atmosphere. Spaceship, like we're under attack. It's like the way the world is right now, that's not impossible. Okay? All the crazy things going on. I'm sorry I'm getting glare here. Getting too much glare. There. So you can see. And this one turned out really well. I just love that. It's random. All the gold. This one turned out real pretty from all this random gold. This is from a Cartier's commercial. It's either Cartier's or perfume. And this is from the Maria Rivens book. This is from some magazine, I don't know what. But they go together pretty well. And there we have the movie star, Rita Hayworth. And I didn't know what to do with her. And unfortunately, all this here is from glue. Kind of ruined it, so I don't know if I should just like put a fan in front of her face. Maybe I will later. Maybe. We shall see. And here we are. I got some more surreal stuff. The girl is from Vogue, of course. She's holding up the globe, and it's like this hazy horizon, cloudy, foggy. And this is one that I just did yesterday. I had the background with that water and those cubes, and I didn't know what to do with it. I decided to go with a spaceship theme. And that image, that lady is from Chronological Disorder, and so is the spaceship that's hanging there. And I guess that works. Works okay for me. It doesn't always have to have words, I guess. Sometimes I struggle to make words on every page, and after a while you're just like, no, it doesn't need words. It's just a collage. It doesn't have to have words, right? I don't know how you feel about it. You can tell me in the comments. And here we go. This is my ideal vacation. Paris, hey? Eiffel Tower. Yeah. Just random images, putting them together, trying to make something. So, there we go. About done here, and that's the end. That's the last page. And here is the back. The back of the book, I put, this is collage paper, you know, the envelopes. And then the lady came out of the Maria Rivens book in the art section. And there's the bumblebee, and it's just not a lot going on here. It's just random stuff, but that's the back cover. And once again, here is the front cover. And we are finished. We finished the book. I am done. There are a few things that I could have added more to, but at this point, I just want to put this book away. Maybe at some later date, I will take it out again and fiddle with it. But, you know, for the most part, it's done. After 3 years, I'm ready to start something new. And what I'm going to be starting is a dystopian book. Dystopian collage book. And I got the idea from Art Therapy with Jen. She has 13 episodes of that book that she did, and it's very interesting, just using magazine cutouts that are ripped up and made into a story, and each page is a chapter in the story. So I recommend that you look her up. And she has another book that I have worked on myself, and I will be doing a video of. Her book is called her witchy book. It's like a portrait of witches, modern day witches. Like if you like the show Charmed and different things like that, Bewitched, kind of along that line. I have a book that I'm working on, and I will be sharing that with you at some point in the future when it's finished. And it's called My Witchy Book. That's what she calls it. So look up Art Therapy with Jen. She hasn't been making videos for a while, but she has some really awesome projects, and she actually does theme books. So I like that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, this is Lily saying peace out. I hope you're having a groovy day, and I hope that all your collages work out and that you find peace and tranquility. Goodbye.